All right, Draft Nuts, Patriots fans, it's time for our 2025 New England Patriots 4-round mock draft. First 4-round mock draft we're doing for the Patriots here. It is October 22nd. The Patriots are now 1-6 after losing to the Jaguars in London. Drake May has gotten into the game the last couple weeks, played some decent football. I think giving Patriots fans a lot to be excited about from the quarterback position. I think he's going to be a very good player. As I told Patriots fans throughout the offseason, I think that they, even though we've seen Jaden Daniels play some good football here, I think that they got a steal with Drake May being the third quarterback off the board. I absolutely think that they did. And I think you've seen that over the first couple of weeks here. Yeah, there's some things to improve. Offensive line needs a lot of work. The Patriots are not a complete football team. They are a team in year one of a rebuild, but they do have their quarterback. They have some nice pieces. I still think that the defense is in a fairly good place with a few tweaks here and there. Maybe getting Christian Barmore back in the future. The Patriots defense could get back on track quickly. I think offensively, you need a little bit more help. You need more skill position talent. You need more offensive line talent. You need more pass protection. So we're going to dive into this 4-round mock draft with the Patriots sitting at 1 overall here. Really appreciate y'all tuning in. If you enjoy the content, please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and shout out to NFL Mock Draft Database where I ran this mock draft. Love their user experience over there. So at 1 overall, I think ideally in this draft, being able to trade back would be great. I don't know that someone's going to want to trade up to 1 for a quarterback, for one of these quarterbacks. Like this quarterback class, while there are some guys that have the potential to start at the NFL level, maybe the potential to start at a high level in the NFL, there is a massive gap between ceilings and floors for a lot of the players that you could project at quarterback to go this early. So I don't know. I just don't know that there's going to be a team trading up to 1 this year for a quarterback. At least I had a hard time pegging that here. So sticking at 1, and this is also a draft that more so than most drafts does not have a ton of true first-round quality players. So if you did trade down, you don't want to trade down too far because you want to get one of those guys that really has a chance to be a blue chipper for you. I think one of those guys, and again, we're not trading here just because I couldn't find the right trade partner that made sense for both sides at this point, and it's still early. And this is all exploratory, looking at options. This is not final. There's a long time until the NFL draft, right? But Patriots sitting at 1. I really liked the idea of, and he's looked like a Patriot to me, dating back to 2023. Offensive lineman, tackle, guard, what is he? Will Campbell out of LSU. He feels like a Patriot to me. The way he is able to win technically, he doesn't have the greatest length, but he's 6'6", over 320 pounds, moves incredibly well at that size, is able to throw his body weight around really well and have good balance. He's a good athlete. He knows how to anchor. I think that the one area you could point to Will Campbell's game that you're not super sold on is the length, right? But I don't think it's going to be as prohibitive as a lot of folks think. I still think there's upward trajectory with his, again, strength, athleticism, flexibility, and he's young. He is still an ascending player. Now, whether he's playing tackle or guard for you, I think you start him out at tackle, and if it's not working real well there, maybe you kick him inside to guard. But he's going to help Drake May. He's going to help keep him clean, and he's also going to help in the run game. There's no doubt about that in my mind. I think Will Campbell is a very good prospect in a class that has a lot more questions than answers at a lot of positions. I think if you wanted to, you could also consider wide receiver right here, whether it was Tedero McMillan or one of the other guys you might love. I think you could also consider Travis Hunter, certainly, if you wanted to play him at corner. I think that could make sense. But Will Campbell is going to help keep Drake May clean. And you have to get it to a place, hopefully in year 2, where you can really start to evaluate what you have in your young quarterback. And without protecting him at a high level, you're not going to be able to do that. I think that you would be able to potentially spend some of that cap space on trying to improve the defensive side of the ball immediately. And then also with these 5 picks here in the first 4 rounds, address some of the defensive spots as well. I just think getting a guy like Will Campbell to help protect your quarterback, clear rushing lanes for your runners, makes a lot of sense here. At 35, wide receiver Isaiah Bond is still on the board here. And we're absolutely going to turn that pick in. Out of Texas by way of Alabama, Isaiah Bond, he's a bit bigger than the speedster out of Texas last year, Xavier Worthy. I think he's also a little bit more of a complete wide receiver. Not maybe the top end speed of an Xavier Worthy. I don't think you've ever seen that. But he is certainly a 4.3 guy, maybe a sub 4.3, 40-yard dash type of guy who has excellent explosiveness, body control. I think he attacks the football better in the air. I think he's a more complete overall route runner, and I think he should go in the first round. How could he potentially fall to the second round? It's going to take some other positions really having some strong runs, and I think tackle could have a run in the first round, even though maybe there's not as many top end guys at tackle. I think that there could be a run there. Edge always has a chance. It'll be interesting with this cornerback class that has a lot of talent, how that plays out. I think Isaiah Bond is going to end up in round 1, but here on this NFL Mock Draft Database Simulator, he falls to 35, and I think that is a great landing spot for him. Drake May, Jalen Polk has struggled a little bit during his rookie year, but I still have full confidence in him becoming a quality starting receiver in the NFL. Pairing Isaiah Bond with what you've got there, bringing that speed element, Drake May can really throw the football down the field. I think that would be fantastic. At 66, I mentioned addressing the defense a little bit. I think this is a decent spot to do it. Maxwell Hairston out of Kentucky, the cornerback. He's been one of the best corners in the SEC for a while now. He plays physically. He plays aggressive. I don't know that he's going to be that super consistent man cover corner, but you have Christian Gonzalez for that. I think Hairston can do a lot for you and really help improve the overall talent level and consistency on the back end for you out of Kentucky. And then at 84, going back to the well on the offensive line with Johnny Cornelius, this would make for a lot of draft picks coming in over the last couple years at offensive line, right? The Patriots, while they didn't go in early on the offensive line in 2024, they did add 2 guys that they feel can potentially be long-term pieces, chips up front in Caden Wallace, right, and Layden Robinson. But Johnny Cornelius out of Oregon, I think that his ability to pass protect, his size, his athleticism, I think that getting him at 84, having him as either a swing tackle, because again, in the NFL, you need 3 tackles minimum, or potential starter could be a really good fit for them, and I like that there for them. Again, this draft is not as deep as a lot of other drafts that you'll see. I wouldn't mind also going back to the well at wide receiver or tight end in the 3rd round for the New England Patriots, but we're just kind of exploring how things could work here. And then at 102, I have them going Kamari Ramsey, the safety out of USC. I think that Ramsey, not a true like center fielder, free safety, but a versatile safety, somebody who can do a lot for you on the back end. And I think that bringing him in and having his versatility, someone who can line up as an overhang safety, line up in the box too high, can really read the quarterback well, read what the offense is trying to do. And he's an instinctive playmaker who I think is a good athlete. I do want to see the testing on him, but I think he's a good athlete. Maybe not one of these super speedsters, again, not like a true free safety like his predecessor there, Kalen Bullock, who's now playing for the Houston Texans. But I think his versatility makes sense for a Patriots defense. And I think that he could come in and really help provide some playmaking and do a lot of different things at a fairly high level for the New England Patriots. He just kind of feels like that Patriot type of player to me. So that's who I have the Patriots selecting in the first 4 rounds, of the 2025 NFL draft. Will Campbell at 1. At 35, wide receiver Isaiah Bond out of Texas. 66, Maxwell Hairston, cornerback Kentucky. 84, Johnny Cornelius, offensive tackle Oregon. And at 102, as we just mentioned, safety Kamari Ramsey out of USC by way of UCLA. Really appreciate y'all tuning in. If you're a Patriots fan, let me know what you think about this mock draft in the comment section below. If you enjoy the content, please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Y'all have a good one.